Good morning, children. Welcome back to maths session. In yesterday's class, we have finished exercise 1.1 and 1.2 up to the mark. Okay, now we have left with two more exercises, but in that also we have completed most of the topics. But only the topics which is related to the properties of multiplication of integers. Only those topics are left for us. So those topics also we will cover in next class. But before that, we have to know what are the properties of multiplication of integers. If you know that, as you all know very well, once you know the concept, you can do it very well. And in yesterday's Google Meet, I asked some children to send some videos of explanation of the sum. So most of the children, means nearly 4 to 5 people, and even some children asked me permission, sir, can I send? So for them also I gave time for 2 or 3 days time I have given. So nicely you can explain the sum and send me the video. Okay, means the children, why I asked you to send means where you are doing a mistake. That means suppose I have seen yesterday some videos. In that video one of the child, means I am not telling any name of the child or anything. Obviously we will all do mistakes, but once if you show like that, then I can tell you very clearly where you are going in wrong, means where you are doing the mistakes. So in yesterday what happened means plus into minus, that is correct. But when two minuses are there, you know already, more number of minuses are there means what to do, you know, we have to add. Okay, and we have to place minus symbol in the answer. Yes, is it clear? But what you have done means, as I told you, one of the girl or boy, what they did means, they add both the minus. Very good answer. Both minus they add. But at last they kept minus symbol also, correct answer. But while telling the minus symbol placing, she told that she or he, what she or he told means, minus 6 is greater, no? So that's why we have to place minus symbol. So that's not the correct. When both are minus are there means what to do? You have to add. Not only two, many, how many minus symbols integers are there, you have to add always and place a minus symbol. Okay, now today coming to our topic, that is properties of multiplication of integers. Okay, now in yesterday's Google Meet also we learned about that addition of properties, means properties of integers only based on additions. But in our topic in 7th standard, that means at present in textbook, you have the properties of multiplication of integers like closure, commutativity, multiplication of zero, multiplication of identity, associative, distributive. Why I am telling this all 6 means, these 6 will place very important role while solving the problems. So when to use, where to use, we have to know everything. So now today we will go with first, the property is closure property. Okay, now I am going to discuss first one, the closure property. And we are properties of multiplication, so completely basing on multiplication only. See here, now I am explaining closure property. Take A and B are any two integers, either positive or negative. Integers means you know, positive or negative. So A and B, that means we don't know what is, how much is A value and how much is B value. But consider A value something and B value something. Okay, that if I give an example, you will understand very clearly. Okay, but while writing the definition, we have to write in this way. Okay, here I am consider A and B are two integers. A and B are two integers. Okay, then A into B equals to C. You may get doubt, sir, what is A, what is B, ఏంటి అసలు నాకు ఏం అర్థం అవ్వట్లేదు అని మీరు ఎలా ఆలోచించవచ్చు. Nothing. See here. Now I will give you one example. You will understand very clearly. Suppose A value I took 4, B value I took 5. So A value how much I took? 4 and B value 5. 4 5s are how much? 20. That means even if you want, you can take in negative numbers. As I told you, integers, any numbers, positive or negative, both you can take. Okay, either positive or negative, any numbers. You can take one positive, one negative. Both negative also no problem. But they should be integers. So here I took 4 and B as 5. So what I did here? A into B equal to C. Because closure property tells that if A and B are any two integers, then A into B equal to C. What is this C? C means nothing but whatever the answer you will get. That means when you multiply two integers, whatever the answer you will get, that is C value. That means here I took 4, A as 4, B as 5. So 4 5s are 20. That means at present in this sum, C value is 20. Okay. This will be applicable for anything. That means minus 2 into, one more example I am giving you, minus 2 into minus 3. As you all know very well, minus into minus plus. 2 3s are 6. So now A value is minus 2, B value is minus 3. So C value got 6. Okay. That means if A and B are any two integers, any whatever you like you can take it. If you multiply in this way, A into B equal to C, A into B equal to C, then it comes under closure property. Okay children, is it clear? Now next we will go for commutative property. See here, commutative property. Here commutative property means A and B are any two integers. We are all discussing about the multiplication of integers, properties of multiplication of integers. That's why I am placing into symbol only. But when we discuss about addition, we have to place plus symbol. Okay. Now commutative property. A and B are any two integers. A and B are any two integers. Then A into B equals to B into A. A into B equals to B into A. That means if you see clearly, just vice versa. A into B and B into A. Okay. Now you can take A value anything. Like suppose A value you can take 5, B value 6. You took A value as 5 as an integer, B value as a 6 positive integer. Both I took positive. Now here see LHS. LHS is what here? A into B. That means A into B. That means 5 into 6. That is nothing but 30. Now coming to RHS, right hand side. B into A. That means B means now 6 into A means 5. So 6 5s are 30. Both values are same. Ante A into B chesina, B into A chesina, reverse order. Manu ela chesina sare, you are getting the same answer. Understood? Manu 5 into 6 chesina, 6 into 5 chesina, you are getting the answer 30. So that's why we will call it as a commutative property. If they both are not equal, in some cases like subtraction or division, in some cases it will not be applicable. So then you can say commutative property does not exist. Okay, you can write there commutative property does not exist. Why it does not exist means LHS and RHS are not equal. Okay, now that is only for checking purpose. Now here it is multiplication. So A into B, B into A. Now after multiplication what happened? Both you got 30. That means LHS equals to RHS. So that's why commutative property applicable for multiplication of integers. Okay. Next we have multiplication of 0. See here multiplication of 0 now. So what is this multiplication of 0? Suppose A is any integer. A is any integer. If you multiply A with 0, definitely what you are going to get? You are going to get 0. Because if you multiply any number with 0, you always get 0. Similarly, if you multiply any number, means here any number into 0 is always 0. Similarly, 0 into any number again, means in reverse order. 0 into a equals to a 0. Sorry, 0 into a equals to 0. That is vice versa again. A into 0 is nothing but 0. 0 into a equals to 0. Same like commutative property, but it will not come as a commutative. Okay. So that's why we have given a special name. That one is multiplication of 0. Ante, if you take any number, whatever the number you like, you take and multiply with 0, you will get always 0. Or write 0 first and take any number whichever you like and multiply again with 0. So you will get the same answer. So 0 into 3 0, 2 into 0 0, or 0 into 2. This one 2 into 0 can also be written as 0 into 2. Similarly, 0 into 3 also can be written as 3 into 0. So, if you clearly observe here, 2 into 0, 0. 0 into 2, 0. Same answer. 0 into 3, 0. So, 0 into 3, 0. So, you can write in this way. So, multiplication of 0 can also be written as a into 0 equals to 0 equals to 0 into a. So this is called multiplication of 0. So the next one is multiplicative identity. Here multiplicative identity. Actually, what is the difference between multiplication of 0 and multiplicative identity? See here. Multiplicative identity means if you multiply any number with 1, that means suppose you take a as some number or integer. Some number in the sense at present integer. So a is any integer. If you multiply a with 1, what you are going to get? A ones are a. Similarly, 1 into a, vice versa. 1 into a, again you will get the answer a. That means whenever you are multiplying any number with 1, you are getting the same answer. That means, example see here, 3 into 1 equals to 3. 1 into 3 equals to 3. Means, here 1 is called multiplicative identity. When they ask the question, what is the multiplicative identity means, you should tell that 1 is the multiplicative identity. Why it is called 1 is called multiplicative identity means, if you multiply any number with 1, you will always get the same answer. So, because of that, 1 is called multiplicative identity. Okay. Next, associative. Associative property now. Okay. See here, now we are going with associative property now. A into B into C equals to A into B into C. Okay. A into B, that means A into B in bracket and here B into C in bracket. That is only the difference here. A into B into C equals to A into B into C. That means A, B, C are any three integers. A, B, C are any three integers. Then A into B into C equal to A into B into C. That means these two LHS and RHS should be equal. Then only associative property applicable for multiplication of integers. Okay. Now we will go with one example. Suppose you can take A as 1, B 3, C 4. Okay. So because here are three values A, B, C, three variables, so we have taken three numbers. So A1, B3, C4. Okay, now take LHS. A into B into C. So what is A? 1 into 3 means A value is 1, B value 3 into C value 4. First, what is there in this bracket, you have to simplify it. 1 3s are 3 into 4. So 3 4s are how much? 12. So you got the answer 12 for LHS when you substitute the values of A1, B3 and C4. Now come to RHS here. So RHS means A into B into C. Okay. Now what is the value of A children here? 1. So 1 into B value 3, C value 4. Now 1 into 3 4s are 12. As I told you earlier that we have to simplify what is there in the bracket. Okay. So 1 12s are 12. Now if you clearly observe here, LHS also 12 and RHS also 12. That means both are equal. That means associative property will be applicable for multiplication of integers. If you did not get, you may get doubt. Sir, always it is possible or not? Yes, always it is possible multiplication of integers. Then if both you did not get the answer same, that means for multiplication you did not get the same answer, that means you have gone through some mistake in the while simplifying. While simplifying you have done some mistake. Okay, try to understand that. Next, the last one is distributive property. Okay. Now what is the last one? Distributive property. Okay. Distributive property of multiplication over addition. Distributive property over multiplication of addition. Okay. Distributive of multiplication over addition. Okay. Distributive of multiplication over addition. What is this multiplication over addition? We will see here. Distributive property multiplication over addition means, see here, A into B plus C. See here, in this multiplication you have seen addition also. So that's why distributive property multiplication over addition. Okay. Now, before I told something first I told addition. Okay, excuse that. Now, so multiplication or addition. Now see here, A into B. That means we should multiply B with A into B plus A into C. If you get any confusion, here I will give you one small example. Suppose A, B, C all three are belongs to one classroom. Suppose you are in one room. Okay, suppose you belong to A, B, C are there in one room. At present, B and C are there inside of the room. A still did not come to school because we will feel that A's birthday today. Now, when A comes and what A will do? It will distribute chocolates to both B and C because B and C belongs to same class. Okay, that means this A comes to and distribute the chocolate to B. That means A into B. And this A will goes to even to C also. So that's why A into C. So you can remember in that way. So A into B plus A into C. Here also if you want, I will give you one example here. Take A as 5, B 4, C 3. Okay, here I took A as 5, B 4, C 3. Now LHS. A into B plus C. A means 5 into B means 4 plus C means 3. So 5 into 4 plus 3 is 7. 5 sevens are 35. Okay, 5 sevens are 35. Now coming to the RHS, A into B plus A into C. What is A value? 5. So 5 into 4 plus B value A. 5 into 3. 5 4s are 20 plus 5 3s are 15. Total 35. That means LHS equals to RHS. So that's why distributive property is always distributive multiplication over addition you have to write. Okay, distributive property means distributive property over multiplication, sorry, distributive property multiplication over addition. Distributive property multiplication, multiplication is into symbol, over addition the next symbol. Okay, you have to read always like that. Now these are the properties we discussed in today's class. Okay, and you may feel that there is no homework. Homework is there. Okay, in diary you can write like this. Today date is 23. Okay, and it is Wednesday. Maths homework. Complete the CW. Means now I am going to give you, after explanation you all know daily I am giving you CW work. Okay, so for today you can take homework. What I am giving you the CW, that is only homework. Don't write in homework book again. You all will feel, sir, I have to write in homework book again and get messages. Not that. In CW book only you have to write. Okay, that is only your homework. Is it clear? In CW book, what I am giving all these definitions along with the example, you can copy it in your CW book. So next class, get ready with exercise parts, so we can finish in the next class. That means in the next week what we have, so definitely in the 3 days we are going to complete the syllabus, and from July 3rd onwards mostly we are planning to conduct what? Formative assessment 1, that means PA1. Okay, periodic assessment, anything, both are same. Periodic assessment 1, so PA1. So get ready for that. Okay, have a nice day, children.